Living in the heart of the city always felt like being trapped in a concrete jungle. My name is Ethan, and for as long as I can remember, I've yearned for the serenity and beauty of nature. The crowded streets, the constant noise, the polluted air, all of it felt suffocating. I dreamed of a place where I could breathe freely, where the air was fresh and the landscapes breathtaking. My parents, however, were deeply rooted in the city. My dad worked as an engineer, and my mom was a teacher. They were both dedicated to their jobs and had built their lives around the hustle and bustle of urban life. But I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to life than the concrete and steel that surrounded us. I spent hours daydreaming about lush green forests, towering mountains, and crystal-clear streams. I wanted to explore nature, to feel the earth beneath my feet and the wind in my hair. I would often tell my parents about my dreams, hoping to spark their interest, but they would just smile and say, "And maybe someday, Ethan." One summer, when I was around 12, my parents took us on a vacation to a mountain resort. It was the first time I had ever been to such a place, and it felt like stepping into a different world. The moment we arrived, I was captivated by the beauty around me. The air was so fresh, it was almost intoxicating. The towering pine trees, the majestic mountains, and the serene lakes were everything I had ever dreamed of and more. We spent a week there, hiking, fishing, and simply enjoying the natural beauty. I was in heaven. I felt more alive and more at peace than I ever had in the city. When it was time to leave, I felt a deep sense of sadness. I didn't want to go back to the city. I wanted to stay in the mountains forever. As we drove back, I sat quietly in the back seat, gazing out the window and vowing to find a way to make this dream a reality. Back home, the city seemed even more oppressive than before. The noise, the pollution, the crowds, it all felt like too much. I knew I had to do something, but I was just a kid. What could I do to change our lives so drastically? That's when I remembered something I had read about the power of manifestation. The idea that our thoughts and beliefs could shape our reality was fascinating to me. I decided to give it a try. I had nothing to lose. Every night before bed, I would close my eyes and imagine our family living in a beautiful mountain cabin. I pictured the tall trees surrounding our home, the clear blue sky, and the mountains in the distance. I imagined the smell of pine and the sound of birds singing. I saw myself exploring the forests, playing in the streams, and hiking up the trails. I tried to make the vision as vivid and detailed as possible, believing that if I could see it clearly in my mind, it could become real. I also started talking about my dream more often. I would casually mention how amazing it would be to live in the mountains, to wake up every day to the beauty of nature. I shared stories from our vacation, highlighting how happy and relaxed we all were. I hoped that by planting the seed, my parents would start to consider the possibility. Months went by, and I continued my nightly visualizations and positive thinking. It wasn't easy. There were times when I felt discouraged, wondering if it was all just a silly dream. But I kept at it, driven by the belief that somehow, someway, we could make it happen. One evening, as we were having dinner, my dad mentioned a job opportunity that had come up. It was with a company that specialized in renewable energy, and they were looking for engineers to work on a new project in a mountain region. My heart skipped a beat as he explained the details. The job would require us to relocate to a small town nestled in the mountains, surrounded by nature. It was exactly what I had been dreaming of. I tried to contain my excitement as my parents discussed the pros and cons. My mom was hesitant at first, worried about leaving her job and the life we had built in the city. But my dad was intrigued by the opportunity and the chance to work on something he was passionate about. I listened intently, hoping and praying that they would decide to take the leap. Over the next few weeks, my parents had many discussions about the potential move. I did my best to stay positive and supportive, sharing my vision of our life in the mountains and how happy we could be. I even started researching the area, finding information about the local schools, community, and outdoor activities. I wanted to show them that it was a viable option, that we could build a new life there. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, my parents made their decision. They sat us down one evening and announced that we were moving to the mountains. I could hardly believe it. My heart swelled with joy and gratitude. All the visualizations, the positive thinking, and the belief that it could happen had paid off. We were really doing it. The next few months were a whirlwind of activity. My parents put our house on the market, packed up our belongings, and prepared for the move. I helped as much as I could, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. It was a big change, and I knew there would be challenges, but I was ready. I couldn't wait to start our new life in the mountains. The day we arrived at our new home was one of the happiest days of my life. The cabin was even more beautiful than I had imagined, with large windows that looked out onto the forest and mountains. The air was fresh and crisp, and the sounds of nature filled the air. I felt an overwhelming sense of peace and gratitude. This was where I was meant to be. Settling into our new life took some time, but we adapted quickly. My dad loved his new job, working on projects that were not only challenging but also aligned with his values. My mom found a teaching position at the local school, where she quickly became a beloved member of the community. And I thrived in the natural surroundings, exploring the forests, hiking the trails, and making new friends who shared my love for the outdoors. As I grew older, I continued to practice the principles of manifestation. I realized that the power to shape our reality was within us all, and I used that power to pursue my passions and achieve my goals. I became an advocate for environmental conservation, inspired by the beauty of the world around me and the desire to protect it for future generations. Looking back, I am amazed at how far we have come. From the crowded streets of the city to the serene beauty of the mountains, our journey has been one of transformation and growth. The power of belief, positive thinking, and perseverance made it all possible. I am grateful for the lessons I have learned and the life we have built. And I am excited for the future, knowing that anything is possible if we believe in our dreams and have the courage to pursue them. As time went on, I continued to embrace the mountain lifestyle. My passion for nature and the environment grew stronger with each passing year. I spent my teenage years exploring every inch of the forest, learning about the local flora and fauna, and developing a deep appreciation for the natural world. I also became involved in various environmental organizations, volunteering my time to help preserve the beauty of the mountains. In high school, I joined the environmental club and started leading initiatives to promote sustainability in our community. We organized cleanup drives, tree planting events, and educational workshops to raise awareness about environmental issues. It was incredibly rewarding to see the positive impact we were making and to inspire others to care for the planet. My parents were incredibly supportive of my passion for the environment. They encouraged me to pursue my interests and provided the resources I needed to make a difference. My dad, who had always been interested in renewable energy, shared his knowledge and experiences with me, helping me understand the importance of sustainable practices. My mom, with her background in education, helped me develop effective communication skills, which were essential for advocating for environmental causes. As graduation approached, I began thinking about my future. I knew I wanted to continue my education and make a career out of my passion for the environment. I applied to several universities with strong environmental science programs, hoping to gain the knowledge and skills needed to make a meaningful impact. The day I received my acceptance letter from my top choice university was one of the proudest moments of my life. I had worked hard to get to this point, and it felt like all my efforts were finally paying off. My parents were thrilled and proud, and we celebrated the achievement together. I was excited to embark on this new journey and to continue my mission to protect the environment. University life was a new and exciting experience. I immersed myself in my studies, eager to learn everything I could about environmental science. I took courses in ecology, conservation biology, and sustainable development, and participated in research projects that allowed me to apply my knowledge in real-world settings. I also joined the university's environmental club and quickly became a leader, organizing events and campaigns to promote sustainability on campus. One of the most impactful experiences during my university years was an internship with a renowned environmental organization. I had the opportunity to work on a project aimed at conserving a critical habitat for endangered species. The project involved fieldwork, data collection, and collaboration with local communities to develop conservation strategies. It was challenging but incredibly rewarding work, and it reinforced my commitment to environmental protection. As graduation neared, I began thinking about my next steps. I wanted to continue my work in environmental conservation and make a broader impact. I applied for various positions and was thrilled to receive an offer from a leading environmental NGO. The job would involve working on international conservation projects, traveling to different countries, and collaborating with diverse teams to protect some of the world's most vulnerable ecosystems. Starting my career with the NGO was a dream come true. I traveled to remote and beautiful places, witnessing firsthand the incredible biodiversity and the challenges faced by local communities. I worked on projects to protect rainforests, coral reefs, and endangered species, and I saw the positive impact of our efforts. It was fulfilling work, and I felt a deep sense of purpose and responsibility. Throughout my career, I continued to practice the principles of manifestation and positive thinking that had brought me this far. I set new goals, visualized success, and maintained a positive attitude, even in the face of challenges. I believed in the power of our thoughts and actions to create change, both in our personal lives and in the world around us. As I look back on my journey, I am filled with gratitude and pride. The dream that started with a young boy's longing for nature became a reality through the power of belief, hard work, and perseverance. I am grateful for my parents' support, for the opportunities one have had, and for the chance to make a difference in the world. The mountains, with their beauty and serenity, remain a constant source of inspiration and solace. They remind me of the importance of protecting our planet and the incredible power of nature. I am committed to continuing my work in environmental conservation, to inspiring others to care for the environment, and to making the world a better place for future generations. In my personal life, I have found balance and fulfillment. I met my partner, Alex, during one of my conservation projects, and we share a deep love for nature and a commitment to environmental protection. We live in a cozy cabin in the mountains, surrounded by the beauty that first inspired my dreams. Together, we continue to explore, learn, and advocate for the environment, driven by the belief that we can make a positive impact. As I sit on the porch of our cabin, looking out at the mountains and forests, I am reminded of how far I have come. The journey has been filled with challenges and triumphs, and I am grateful for every moment. The power of manifestation, positive thinking, and the support of loved ones have shaped my path and allowed me to achieve my dreams. I am excited for the future and the opportunities that lie ahead, knowing that with belief, determination, and action, anything is possible. The mountains will always hold a special place in my heart, a symbol of my dreams and the journey that brought me here. I am committed to protecting this beautiful world, to inspiring others to care for the environment, and to living a life filled with purpose, passion, and gratitude. The power of manifestation has transformed my life, and I am excited to see what the future holds as I continue to dream, believe, and achieve. As the years passed, Alex and I built a life together that was deeply intertwined with our love for nature and our commitment to environmental conservation. We both continued our work with various NGOs, traveling to different parts of the world to protect endangered ecosystems and species. Our home in the mountains remained our sanctuary, a place where we could recharge and find peace amidst the beauty of nature. We decided to start a family, and the birth of our daughter, Mia, brought even more joy and purpose to our lives. We wanted to raise her with a deep appreciation for the natural world and a sense of responsibility to protect it. From a young age, we took her on hikes, taught her about the plants and animals in our surroundings, and instilled in her the values of sustainability and conservation. Mia grew up surrounded by nature, and it became an integral part of her identity. She shared our passion for the environment and often accompanied us on our conservation projects. Watching her develop a love for nature and a commitment to protecting it was incredibly rewarding. It was a reminder of why we did the work we did and the importance of passing on these values to the next generation. One summer, we decided to embark on a family expedition to a remote rainforest in South America. The area was known for its incredible biodiversity, but it was also under threat from deforestation and illegal logging. Our goal was to work with local communities to develop sustainable practices that would protect the rainforest while supporting their livelihoods. The journey to the rainforest was long and challenging, but the moment we arrived, we were awestruck by its beauty. Towering trees, vibrant wildlife, and the symphony of sounds created a magical atmosphere. Mia was captivated, and we could see the wonder in her eyes as she explored the forest. We spent several months in the rainforest, working closely with the local communities. It was a transformative experience for all of us. We learned about the challenges they faced, from economic pressures to the impacts of climate change, and we collaborated to find solutions that would benefit both the environment and the people. Mia formed close bonds with the children in the village, and it was heartwarming to see them share their knowledge and experiences. They taught her about the plants and animals unique to the rainforest, and she shared stories about our life in the mountains. It was a beautiful exchange of cultures and ideas, and it reinforced the importance of community and collaboration in conservation efforts. As our time in the rainforest came to an end, we left with a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of our world. We had made progress in developing sustainable practices, but there was still much work to be done. We returned to our mountain home with a commitment to continue our efforts and to raise awareness about the importance of protecting these fragile ecosystems. Back in the mountains, we continued our conservation work, now with a broader perspective and a stronger network of collaborators. We also focused on educating others about the importance of environmental protection. We organized workshops, spoke at schools and community events, and used our experiences to inspire others to take action. Mia grew into a passionate and dedicated young woman, driven by the values and experiences that had shaped her upbringing. She decided to pursue a career in environmental science, following in our footsteps and continuing the work we had started. It was a proud moment for us, knowing that the next generation was ready to take up the mantle and carry on the mission of conservation. As I reflect on my journey, from a young boy dreaming of a life in nature to a father raising a family with a deep commitment to the environment, I am filled with gratitude. The power of manifestation and positive thinking has been a guiding force throughout my life, helping me to achieve my dreams and make a positive impact in the world. The mountains, with their timeless beauty and tranquility, remain a constant source of inspiration and strength. They remind me of the importance of perseverance, the power of belief, and the incredible impact we can have when we align our thoughts and actions with our deepest values. I am grateful for the journey, for the lessons learned, and for the opportunity to live a life filled with purpose and passion. The work of conservation is never done, and there will always be new challenges to face and new goals to achieve. But I am confident that with the power of belief, the support of loved ones, and a commitment to positive action, we can continue to make a difference and protect the natural world for future generations. As I sit on the porch of our cabin, looking out at the mountains and the forest that has been our home and sanctuary, I am reminded of the incredible journey that brought us here. It is a journey of dreams and determination, of belief and action, of love and gratitude. And it is a journey that continues, with new dreams to pursue, new goals to achieve, and a world of beauty and wonder to protect and cherish.